Welcome, everybody, to Wrestling with the Week, a no-pressure schoolboy pin on everything worth talking about in the last 7 days. I'm your host, James Willems, joined, as always, by the Fred Durst apologist, Scorpio Sky.
I love the intro, Fred Durst apologist, and I also love schoolboys, and I also like that when it's women's wrestling, they call it a schoolgirl, which is interesting. But anyways, James, all I have to say is this. What a week.
Oh, punchy. It's punchy. Look at that. And he sips his tea. Look at him go.
Coffee, my Nespresso.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Of course.
I'm home. Nespresso is where it's at.
Good. Well, I'm glad you're back safe at home. We have a really awesome show for you this week. The past couple weeks we've been looking forward to Dynamite. We're going to be doing that again because Dynamite is on a Saturday night, so we're going to be kind of a little predictive, talk about some things. We have an amazing guest, a very close friend of mine, Jeremy Dooley, to talk about things that you may not even know. If you're familiar with me and my work, you probably know Jeremy. But if you don't know him at all, he's just going to come off like one of the most interesting people you've ever met. It's great. We're also going to, of course, talking what it do. Going to find out updates on Sky. We got a game that we're going to be playing. We've done it. Have we played this game before? We have once before, right?
Yes, yeah. I was terrible at it, and I think you won every round of it.
All right. Okay.
So we'll see if I can recover this week.
We're going to see if Sky can recover in the game. But I just want to jump right into it. Sky, how are you doing after last week's Dynamite?
Unscathed, unbothered, and I won't say undefeated, but we really put it on him, didn't we? He cheated. He tried. We're talking about Darby, obviously. The handicap match of the men of the year, Ethan Page and myself against Darby last week. He cheated. He tried to use zip ties. He tried to use every trick in the book. I don't know why people cheer for this guy. I mean, he just cheats. He cheats and he cheats and he cheats. But cheaters finished last, and we did what we had to do, and we came out with the victory. I loved seeing Ethan Page with the ego's edge to just throw Darby up into the heavens, and he fell crashing down. Boom!
Yeah.
Very uncomfortable landing. We did it. It was great.
The good thing about his tattoos is that when his bones break, you can see them, right? Nothing happens under the skin. It is wild to me because you gave him this opportunity, right? You said to him, listen, you're always with Sting. You're always with Sting. Do you want to stand on your own 2 feet? Find someone else to help you define your own personal legacy. Okay. Yeah. My prediction is that Darby went backstage, asked around a bunch of people. No one wanted any part of going up against you guys. So the end result was him coming out having to say that he did it by himself. I would still think this is an opportunity. I'm never going to win this match, but I can still fight back. The fact that he pulled out zip ties and tried to cheat, it's just, I don't know. I mean, I know you have your rivalry with him, but I just can only assume that maybe you felt a little sad. You want to see someone. Batman wants a villain that lives up to their expectations, and it's just a shame that this is what you're stuck with,
No, don't feel bad at all. Whatever. We beat the dog shit out of him, and it was great. Okay. I loved every moment of it.
Okay.
Speaking of Batman, I want to make sure we don't forget this. We always address Batman on this show, it seems like, our weekly Batman segment. When we get to What It Do, Baby, there is something involving Batman. I really want to talk about it. You just brought it to my mind. So hopefully we can remember. We'll get to that later. There's a little preview for later. We've got some more Batman talk, baby. Anyways, I thought it was a very good match. He put up a good fight. I'll give him his credit. He's a funky little guy, but he just couldn't get the job done as we predicted.
He couldn't get the job done. It's a shame. Either way, there is more facing you guys and your team. Of course, we're going to be talking about what's next for Ethan Page coming up this Saturday on Dynamite. Eric, what do you say we jump right in and just kind of talk looking forward? Tired of looking back. Let's look forward to what's to come on Dynamite on our Saturday night. We don't have it's not hot tag technically. This is just our Saturday night Dynamite talk. We're not going to make a graphic for it.
No,
you're actually here this week. You're here with us.
I want to see it.
You're not in SoCal anymore. Yeah, how was your SoCal trip?
Unfortunately, I'm back in Austin, Texas. The second best place I've ever been. Honestly, tied for second. Behind Southern California, which is the best place.
That's only because they call Austin the California of Texas. So that's why absolutely. It is number 2. So
it's 100% true. It's 100% true. It's nice to be home, I guess, but really, you couldn't beat the sun. You couldn't beat the Padres. Especially
the infrastructure.
So it was a great time. And but you know what, guys, I'm back. I'm back from being on the road. Just like a pro wrestler, I've returned home. After being away for 1 week. So here we are. Guys, let's talk
just
about
like
Dynamite.
A pro wrestler.
Let's
talk about it. Okay.
Just like a pro wrestler, guys. Let's talk about Dynamite. I'm just going to do like this most of the time.
I can't flex this week. I've got a fresh hoodie on. I'm covered up.
Oh, yeah? Is that why we can't see the spray tan, or what's up?
I tried to get an appointment tonight for a spray tan before going on the road tomorrow, and they were all booked up. I called too late. So I'm going to have to see if one of the brothers backstage has one of those tan in a can gimmicks. So
that's kind of bad news. That's bad news. I have a prediction for Saturday Night Dynamite. That's my first prediction. All right, sorry, Eric, go ahead.
It's gonna be streaky, but I'm excited about it. Saturday Night Dynamite, guys. Look here, we talked about Sky soundly beating Darby Allin with the help of Ethan Page. One half of the Man of the Year. Look, Men of the Year, great team, but individually also taking it to him. All ego, Karate Man, Ethan Page will go one-on-one with Bear Bronson on Saturday Night Dynamite. Will Ethan Page come out on top?
Hold on. This is breaking news. I know you were supposed to go first. I didn't even know about this match. How do I not know about this?
I don't know. I only just found out about it.
This is insane.
Guys, I've got connections. I got connections with the sheets. You know what I mean?
We're breaking news here on this show.
Sure, why not? So
I gotta text Ethan and ask him why he didn't tell me. This is unacceptable.
Well, maybe he's gonna go. I didn't know either. Maybe I just booked this match.
Here's the thing: it doesn't matter. None of this matters. Okay, Sky, you text Ethan. I'll jump in on this one at the top. Whether or not Ethan knows that this match is happening, it doesn't matter because he is a rocket ship headed towards the atmosphere. Okay. He's part of a team that is just unstoppable at this moment, okay? And I think there's just no way. The momentum that Sky and Paige have, it's palatable, okay? I watch a match, and then when the match is done, my mouth is all dry. That's how it goes.
Yep. Listen,
it's disgusting.
We are going to do our normal routine. We are going to sit in the dressing room. We're going to meditate. We're going to find our zen while listening to Firework by Katy Perry, because that's how we feel about each other, right? That's Katy Perry, isn't it? Baby, you're a firework.
Oh yeah, you bet. Yeah, she fires fireworks out of her boobs at the end of that video.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna fire fireworks out of our boobs and destroy the Bear Man. It'll be great.
That's actually inflammation from whatever spray can thing you used earlier in the day.
Oh no.
This episode is off the rails.
This is a great episode. This might be one of the best, honestly.
This is a good one. I can't wait for Dynamite now. All right. Next up, Chris Statlander will face the Bunny in one-on-one action. Who you got, the Alien or the Rabbit?
Oh, man, Chris Statlander is on a roll. Something a little bit like butter. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, she's kind of like butter. Yeah. But, I'm such a huge fan of the Bunny, man. I'm such a big fan of the Bunny. So my mind is going to say Chris Statlander, but my heart, mi corazón, is with the Bunny. The Bunny.
Wow. Okay. All right. I mean, here's the thing. I think there's more than just the ability of these two competitors to consider here, because they both have a pretty strong team of people behind them on either side. And so I'm wondering if that's going to be more of a factor here. I'm just going to toss this out, and I know people hate to see it. They love their finishes. They love when one person beats someone else. But this feels like one of those matches that we're not going to get the kind of closure on we want afterwards. I don't think we're going to know who the better competitor is by the end of this match because of maybe some tensions between their collective groups. That's my thoughts.
Interesting.
Sometimes you have to find closure with no closure.
Yes.
It's a quote. It's nice.
That's what I meant.
Quote.
That's
what
a
I meant. Yeah.
That's a quote.
That's a quote. Yeah. That's also in the quote, by the way. The quote is sometimes you have to find closure with no closure, comma, that's a quote.
Yeah.
End quote.
I want someone to find a photo of me where I'm looking very like serious, like off into the distance or something, you know, very dramatic, and then make that into like a little meme. And there you go. And you could post it on your Instagram story. Sometimes you have to find closure without closure. ... That's a quote.
Can we aside real quick?
Yeah.
So Sky, you have a great Instagram, Scorpio Sky. You can follow him there. And you get great photos. There's people who are like, you have a lot of those photos. Most of your Instagram is photos of you like with a bag slung over your shoulder or a jacket or whatever, like coming in backstage or like standing at the turnbuckle. And I'm like, God, every single day he must wake up and go, which one of these 50 photos do I get to post to Instagram today? God, I don't have anything. I asked my wife if she can take a photo. She says she's busy. So
you should post that photo of that dog in the background. It looks like a good-looking dog. I bet.
Oh yeah,
that
Benson
dog is a minimum 100 likes.
That's smart.
Looks kind of like Alf.
Me. I've capitalized on that's my dog Benson, and I've capitalized on his for social media a lot. Actually, there's a lot of my dog on my Instagram because the only time I think of ever posting something is when I'm with him or when I'm on the toilet, and I can only post with him. So
yeah, no.
Anyway, so Dynamite is happening.
To Dynamite, right? Dynamite.
All right. Yeah, there's more Dynamite, guys. MJF and Sammy Guevara are going to face off before their upcoming match on Dynamite's return to Wednesday next week. So this Saturday in their face-off, I mean, I'm sure there will be words exchanged. They've been going crazy on social media. But if you had to pit them against each other and make a pick right now, Sammy Guevara or MJF, who do you have in that match?
So we're saying pre-face.
Yep.
Off.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I have to make a prediction.
Yeah, you have to make the choice.
I mean, I'm gonna go Sammy. I think but here's the thing. If you ask me who I thought would walk away from that face-off feeling like they have more momentum, I'd say MJF, right? Because that's kind of how they operate. Sammy gets in the ring and he does work, but MJF gets on the mic and he does work. That's a quote. And so I think I honestly think that it'll be close. I think Sammy's going to pull one out on Wednesday, but I think if you're just watching on Saturday night, you might feel differently come Sunday morning for sure.
Wow. What do you think, Sky?
It's a very good point. MJF is going to talk a very good game and convince a lot of people that he's got the upper hand. And because of that, he does. So I'm picking MJF, and I'll tell you this, momentum is huge. He does not lose a lot of matches. Much like myself, if you look at our records in AEW, we don't lose very much. So that's big. That's key. I'm picking MJF.
Wow.
Huge.
Wow. That's man. Those are some big picks. Look,
big picks.
All right. There's more that's happening on Dynamite, but quickly, I want to pivot away from Dynamite and ask Sky how his workout routine's going, because are you like working on getting huge, dude? What's up? Like, you look jacked as hell. You're looking big. You're eating like 20 meals a day. You just lifting heavy, going crazy? What's up?
Not all heavy, actually. You change your workouts up. I have been home for about 2 weeks. I had a little bit of time off before things get crazy again. And I really, really took this time to dial in and get my diet right with Gourmet Gains, which is a local company here. And one of the guys that runs Gourmet Gains is also a personal trainer. I've been working out with him for about a year. Once the pandemic started, I just kind of started working with him once a week at least. So getting my diet right, making sure I've gotten the gym that I used to go to for 5 years reopened. So I like going in there, everything magically just changes in my workouts. I feel comfortable again. I know where I'm going. I know what I want to do. My workouts went from level 3 to level 10 again. And so I've just been really, really dialing it in. And I'm hoping in the next, couple weeks, next few months, I'll get even better and I will look as good as I possibly can. We'll shake all this pandemic garbage that we've all been carrying around.
Nice.
That's nice. Well, look, there's more on Dynamite, but we have to keep going. I just had to see. Look, you just keep posting stories. I had to ask. My wife saw one of the stories and she was like, "He's huge," and I went, "Yeah, I think that's his job." And she went, "Yeah, but he's like big." And I went, "Okay, yeah." So
just imagine if I had the spray tan though. If I had the spray tan, I would look even so much bigger. I'm going to put. People have been asking for some progress photos. I will start doing those, but I'm just not quite where I want to be yet. But I'll probably start doing some progress photos on the IG story. So if you guys want to tune in at Scorpio Sky. Other than that, again, if I had that spray tan, I'd be even.
It's a game changer.
That's why I had the hoodie today. I'm like, man, I'm not ready. I'm not ready, but I have to get ready.
Dang. Well, guys, I'll let you get it into what it do, but don't forget about whatever you want to talk about with Batman. Okay, I'll see you soon.
All right.
Bye.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank
Eric.
you, Eric. Thank you, Eric.
All right, take care.
Okay, James, I got a question for you.
What is it, Sky?
What it do, baby? Yeah. I've got some stuff I definitely want to talk about right off the bat.
Let's do it.
Los Angeles Lakers superstar Alex A.C. Fresh Caruso was arrested a few days ago by the College Station police in Texas. He was boarding a plane. There's a private plane, private airport there, and he had like an herb grinder, and there was a little bit of cannabis in there. And
That's
so
shocking. I'm shocked.
Yeah, I don't agree with it, man. This guy's he's a superstar. He's it's cannabis. It's
cannabis.
It's cannabis. He's a local legend out there in the College Station area. He went to A&M. He is almost as big of a legend there as he is here in Los Angeles. And I'm just putting out the hashtag free AC Fresh. I'm sure he's not still in jail, but free AC Fresh.
Like, I'm out, man. I'm home.
Drop all the charges immediately. Come on. Weed. Are we still arresting people for weed?
I like the idea because it was on like a private airport, right? So I like the idea of like the planes taking off and it's a swarm of cops and they're like trying to like shoot out the tires of the plane because he has like the tiniest little bit of weed and he's like pressed against the glass. He's like, I use it to sleep. And they're like, you're not getting out of here, boy. And they're shooting at the tires and stuff. That's what it is. Yeah, and it's very dangerous.
Queen's street guy just happens to be on the plane too, and he's like, "Yo, I didn't do nothing."
yeah. How is he always everywhere? Where news is happening, he's always there. I'm with you. I agree. I think that's stupid. I think that's lame. I think, come on, what's going on? If it was the pilot, sure.
Oh yeah,
he's not going to fly the plane.
Yeah, if you hear like some Bob Marley coming from the cockpit, I'm just like, excuse me, can I get off, please?
No, he's like, everything's going to be all right.
You said buckle up. It's like, you just hear, boom, don't let him fool you. Oh, no. Like,
yeah.
Let me get off this. Oh, man, moving on. I want to talk about this Batman thing. Did you see, I believe it's for the Flash movie that Michael Keaton is going to be Bruce Wayne, Batman? Is that real?
Yeah.
I got so excited when I saw that.
Because they're doing, it's like, Michael Keaton is back as Batman / Bruce Wayne in this. He's supposed to be an older Batman. I don't know much about the Flash movie. I know that he does a lot of time jumping. That character has gone from just someone who runs fast to someone who flies through time and stuff. But yeah, so he's definitely in it. It's weird because he is also in the MCU because he was Vulture in the Spider-Man movies, but he's also in Morbius, which is in the Venom universe, which is not technically in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So he's in everything. He's everywhere, man. Yeah,
I personally, I loved it so much. Like, anyone in our generation, like, he is Batman. And I want to see another Batman movie with him in it. Like, would you be on board for that? I saw this cartoon Batman movie once, and it was old. I don't remember what it was called, but it was basically old Batman, and he was like trying to work off the rust of being a superhero, and he was an old man, but and so he was just trying to get back in the flow of things, and it actually was a really, really good movie.
Was it Dark Knight Returns? Does that sound right? Dark Knight Returns?
Something like that. I saw it a few years ago. But I would love for them to make that into an actual movie with Michael Keaton in it. I think that'd be great.
Well, there's a show, a cartoon that's beloved and great called Batman Beyond, which took place in the far off future of, I think, now. But like it was about this young kid who comes in, and then Bruce Wayne is older and he assumes the mantle of this new young Batman under the guidance of Bruce Wayne. And for the longest time, people would be like, make it Michael Keaton, make it Michael Keaton, do it, make it Michael Keaton. And I completely agree. I think he'd be fantastic.
Was that a comic book as well?
I think it was just a cartoon. I think it was, I mean, there's probably comics now, but I think it was originally a cartoon.
Okay. I thought I remember like a comic book about, maybe there was a cartoon that I actually did see about that. I'm not too sure. But anyways, I just definitely wanted to bring that up. I thought it was so cool. If we can find a way to talk about Batman every week, I'm a fan of it. Tell me about Sexy Beasts.
Okay, so Sexy Beast. I know this is your segment, and so let's not confuse this with my 15 seconds. This is not part of that allotted time. Sexy Beast, it's just something that we had to talk about this week. It is a new Netflix dating show. And the catch is that all of the people on the show are under extremely wild prosthetics. They are all like these animal humanoid things. Now, it's the idea being that way you can't make a judgment call based off how someone looks in terms of whether or not you're attracted to them. It's all personality, right? Except that as far as I can tell, they're all pretty hot anyway, so it doesn't matter. Also, the animals are just hideous. We saw one just a minute ago that was like a beaver person, and for the most part, the prosthetics are actually really good. They hired a very good effects studio. There's someone who's like a dolphin. There's an alien woman. They're all just these weird animal hybrid things. My problem is that this guy here that we're looking at, the beaver, has teeth that obstruct his ability to speak. And I'm like, I feel like that's not fair.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not okay.
As first, personality second, though. I mean, that's what
his
picture says. I love the
quote.
So
I don't know how much you like watching reality dating shows. I know that's definitely a big thing for a lot of people. But are you into it?
It is so up my alley. Like,
okay.
I love it. There was that one show they had. It was like, what was it called? Love is Blind or something, where like they couldn't see each other. They had to talk through like a wall. I loved that show. I mean, I'm a huge 90 Day Fiancé show. So anything when it comes to stuff like that and reality TV, sign me up, put me first on the list. You've already talked me into it. I'm watching Sexy Beasts like today if it's available. So yeah, you talked me into that. I love it.
Great. Yeah, it looks like a nightmare. It's definitely going to give people terrifying nightmares because it's really. You should go watch the trailer and just be like, oh my god, oh no. But yeah, it seemed like it was right up your alley. So I'm glad we brought it up here.
Speaking of right up my alley, we've got one more thing I want to cover. I know we're pressed for time on this segment, but have you heard of Backsync? I know you have because we were just talking about it off
Yeah,
air.
I have. Yeah.
But for people that don't know, there is a new group. It is I want to get it is Nick Carter, Lance Bass, AJ McLean, and Joey Fatone, members of NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, have formed a group, and they are going on tour. They're going to make music. The name of the group is Backsync. Are you on board? Is this like, if this was Tinder, are you swiping right on this? You swiping left? Like, what are you thinking on this? Are you a Backstreet NSYNC fan?
Which is the way you swipe when you want to have sex with it?
You are very smart. Just in case the wife's listening, he's like, "Oh,
I missed it.
I don't know how to use Tinder."
The online date. I genuinely did miss the online dating phase of things. That's how long I've been tied down to the old hammer and sickle. Wait, that's not right. But I am totally into this. I am absolutely into this. I love 90s pop, throwback to that, the whole thing. I remember when the Spice Girls got reunited and went on tour. My wife actually went to one of those shows and was like, it was the best thing ever. You like truly get to appreciate it more as an adult, as opposed to going like as a young kid and feeling out of place or feeling like, I don't know. I feel like if I went as a kid, I wouldn't be able to enjoy a concert, but as an adult, ooh, baby, give it to me. And you get both their tracks. I saw them singing and dancing to Bye Bye Bye, but I imagine it's going to be a two-way Backstreet.
I love it.
Right?
All on board. And that is what it do, baby, ladies and gentlemen. That was a good one. That was a good one. Big congratulations to Cody and Brandy Rhodes on the birth of their first child. That's awesome. I want to make sure I say that. Liberty. Cute little girl, I'm sure. Hopefully she looks more like Brandy than Cody, but bad looking guy. He's actually a very good looking guy, but we don't want a girl that looks like Cody, right?
No. Heavens no. Heavens no. Yeah. But now it's time, Eric, we're going to need you to hop back in to the room, hop back in here. Yeah. Because we got some games to play.
I have a game that I want to play. So I got a question for you guys. What it baby? Thing, yay, baby.
That was good. I think that's right.
That's harder to hold than you think it's going to be. That's like Sky does it and it seems effortless and that's exhausting. Boy, man, guys, here's the thing. I am a big purchaser of items on the Electronic Bay Network. I find all sorts of things. Don't smile, James. We have not started playing the game yet. Okay. I find all kinds of things. I found a shirt that had the Joker and he was holding a card that said San Diego Padres. And then there was an American flag behind him. Classic Joker stuff.
$45.
No, that's way over. So guys, that's the thing. Here are some things that I wanted to buy, but people outbid me. So I lost on these items and I need you to tell me how much somebody paid for them. Okay. Are you ready to play What Did Baby?
I'm so bad at this, but I'm excited.
Okay, guys, here we go. The first one. This is Magic the Gathering PSA 10 Alpha Set Black Lotus card. PSA stands for Professional Sports Authenticator. This is a Black Lotus card from the Magic the Gathering card game. Remember, what did it sell for without going over?
Shall I? You want me to open this one up? I feel like I can help calibrate on this potentially. Trading cards are better than stocks. Honestly, you're going to invest in something. Don't buy real estate. Buy collectible card game stuff. And I already know by seeing the black border that this is a legit one. I know that much. I don't know that much about the specifics of Magic the Gathering, so I don't know the importance of this card.
Sky will fill you in on the
specifically. Yeah, we'll talk later about it. But I know what these cards can be worth, so I'm gonna say $95,000.
$95,000. Guy, by Sky's face, he didn't think that it was going to be that high.
$95,000. Oh my God.
What do you think this sold for?
I would love to use a lifeline and call Brandon Cutler, but I don't think I can.
He would know.
I'm sure he would know right away.
He bought it.
$95,000. Holy cow, man. I hope that's wrong. I'm going to go $50,000.
$50,000.
What would you, what before I said $95,000, what number were you thinking?
I thought maybe like, $4 or $5 grand.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see.
I should probably. You know what? Let's go with $5 grand.
Okay.
Okay. $1,
Bob. You said, yeah. So
$1, Bob.
The Magic the Gathering PSA 10 Alpha Set Black Lotus card. This is graded at level 10, the highest it can be, mint condition.
The highest it can be.
Sold for $250,000.
Wow, Ivan, I was so off. So off.
Oh my God.
I
almost got it halfway there.
What a guess. What a guess with $4,000.
$250,000. Like
Sky, it's got the black border.
Yeah. Mint.
So does my iPhone, but like, Holy cow,
guys,
man.
that was only the first item. I've got a couple of more. Here we go.
Okay.
Are you ready for my next item?
Yes.
Ghost in a jar.
Ooh. That's good.
Sky rolled his eyes when he saw Ghost in a jar.
Sky.
All right, I'll go
finally
first.
got
There's a ghost
one.
inside of it.
What is it?
Is there
It's
any
like-
special ghost? Is it not? It's not the ghost of Elvis Presley.
Simply put, the person who sold this said, "Whatever is in here is whatever the black stuff is. I am not liable if you let it out. What you see in there is a ghost in a jar."
That's dangerous.
I hate people. $250.
$250 from Scorpio Sky James. Ghost in a jar.
$150. I'm trying to see what the writing says. Are those are those warnings?
Yeah,
or?
they're warnings, they're markings letting you know that there's a ghost in the jar.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
if you were to walk
It's
across
glyphs
that,
or
you'd go,
something.
well, clearly there's a ghost inside.
Yeah, you want to know.
Don't open that up. Don't open that up. That's my.
It's a
that's
pretty
my ghost.
old
That's my
jar.
ghost.
It's pretty good. It is a pretty old jar.
It's here's the thing. I think it's gonna get some price knocked off of it because of the danger factor.
Okay.
Right? There's interest, but there's danger. You're assuming a responsibility, not just getting something that's going to be amazing forever, like a Magic the Gathering card. So I'm going to throw out $65,000
$65,000
for a ghost in a jar. It's a ghost, Sky.
It's
a ghost.
Clearly, it's a ghost. It says it in quotes right below
ghost.
this picture I found.
The jar is also pretty nice too.
It's not a bad jar. The ghost in a jar sold for $50,922. So, by virtue of going over, Scorpio Sky, you have a point.
I won by default.
So close. I was within 15K or whatever. I almost said 50.
Guys, let me show you this next item.
Oh,
This is a chicken
say
nugget.
no more. Say no more.
What do you mean? This is a chicken nugget shaped like a bong, right?
Oh, is that what that is? Okay.
Yeah,
all right,
that's
never mind.
what it's listed.
I didn't see bong for some reason, but
That's what it's listed as. Chicken nugget shaped like a bong. You tell me the price for the chicken nugget shaped like, and again, guys, it's shaped like a bong.
Yeah. Well, normally,
what do you think?
so for $5 you can get like 20 of these, right?
Right. Yes. Well, this
For $5
is,
you can get 20.
I will say, this is part of an 8-piece nugget meal. You get all 8 nuggets, but this is the prize possession of the
Gotcha.
nugget.
Okay, so
now
it's
we're
whatever
talking.
it's whatever the price is of this plus another 350.
Right.
Okay, great. Good to know. All right. So
do you think?
Chicken nugget shaped like a bong. I'm gonna go $81,000 and $3.50.
good Lord.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a very, very important question. I'm surprised I haven't asked sooner when it comes to these things. This is very important when it comes to eBay. Is it free shipping or is there an additional charge that does not count towards this price?
This currently does not have free shipping. There's shipping is $4.25.
Okay.
Because you know how
Standard shipping.
eBay is. You'll look at something, you'll be like, oh shoot, $10 free shipping. I'm on board. But if it's like, oh, $7, $3 shipping, nope, I'm off that.
Yeah. It's too much.
Yeah. I'm going to say $10.
$10. That's barely. It's barely the price. Barely the price of a normal packet of nuggets.
This is some old cold nuggets. Nobody wants old cold nuggets.
Shaped
I don't care
like
if
a
it's shaped
bong,
like a
though.
bong or a key.
Okay.
I don't know what to do. Sky got it on the nose.
What?
It's $10.
Wow. That's a steal.
Did you list this? Did
Is that
you
your
find the
nugget bong?
No, it's not my nugget bong. I was like, there's no possible way. If it was shaped like Elvis or Mother Teresa or something, I can see it. I sound better. Elvis or like Mother Teresa or something. I could see it going for more, but just shaped like a bong? Nope.
Amazing.
That's crazy.
Can I point out the obvious though? It's shaped like a dick. Okay,
Well,
it's shaped like a dick. and
I guess
balls.
you're right. I didn't see that, but I guess it is.
Speaking of something shaped like a dick, our last item.
Okay. There's more.
A mirror ball member
Shaped like a chicken nugget.
The Bling Dong
cow.
novelty disco ball penis, 16 inches, custom made.
Okay.
Wow.
Right. So it's basically standard size. Gotcha. Okay. So anatomically correct. Got it.
Man.
Sky, you want to?
I guess it is my
You
turn.
want to take a swing at this first?
Oh boy. There's nothing special about it. It's just
it's custom made
penis disco ball.
I mean, you just described something pretty special.
It's handmade, 16 inches, 3.5 inches in diameter.
Holy cow.
It does have a detachable circular black base upon which the scrotum rests, which measures 5.5 inches in diameter.
Beautiful.
So
I am going to go. It is custom made. $250.
$250. James, what is your guess for this disco ball?
Yeah, custom made. It's custom made. So that means it's one of a kind. But it honestly, it isn't truly. I feel like you could find someone that could make that for you potentially. Right. And this was sold. We did confirm that someone decided they wanted it. It's not just listed at some wild price.
So you can get it right now. And there you go. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go pretty conservative on this one. I'm gonna say $7,500.
$7,500. Well, no one gets a point because this sold for $69.69.
I almost was going to say $50. Of course, it was $69.69. I hate everything.
Wow, that's a great deal.
Play. What did he, baby? I'm not going to keep holding it. It's exhausting, but guys, that's the game. Thank you so much. That was a lot of fun.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Eric. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
That was.
Thank you. Speaking of fun,
Sky won. By the way, Sky won.
Sky won. Oh yeah,
by default. Kind of by default.
Sky won.
But yeah.
That's fine. We'll take it. You take those W's.
I'll take a W where I can get
it. Speaking of winning, we have an amazing run-in coming up right now with Jeremy Dooley. Check it out as soon as you can. I was going to do it right now. Everybody, I am super excited for our guest this week. I mean, I'm always excited for our guests, but this one is special. He's a friend of mine. He's someone I've worked with for a really long time, a coworker at Rooster Teeth, a fellow wrestling lover. He's a musician. He's a writer. He's a comedian. He is a content creator. He's everything in between. Jeremy Dooley, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. Super excited to be here. And in a slot that people far more famous than me have been in. It's very nice.
You are underselling yourself. You are a multi-talented savant. I will give you my nickname. And this will only be for the visual audience here. You and I have this like, can we go back to our side to side here? Like, look at us. We're kind of very similar with our features. Like,
you are.
We got the beards. We got like put
similar,
us both, like
similar but different. Similar but different
in some ways.
Yeah.
When you were setting it up, I was kind of like looking. I was like, he kind of looks like me.
Yeah, definite vibes.
Not many people can pull off the round look. You know, you gotta really hope you got a good shaped head for not having hair on top of it. And we can pull that off. Yeah, it is.
Both of you look great. Jeremy, I really wanted to have you on the show because I feel like you and I, number one, have bonded about wrestling in the past. It's something that we've both talked about a lot, about how we enjoy, something we enjoyed, something we grew up with, and something that's kind of always been a part of what we do. Whether or not we're watching week to week, it's always been like at the back of our heads. And I know that you and I have been like the most vocal advocates at our respective jobs about like, can we get more wrestling? How can we be wrestling? Will we wrestle? Can you get us time to wrestle? So I just wanted to, kind of like ask you where that fandom for you began. Like, what about sports entertainment like really appealed to you? I know this is a big question, but I just kind of want to know.
So the major appeal to me because I started watching really young, when I was probably like 7 or so, really got into wrestling. But the thing is, none of my friends were like, none of my family was into wrestling. It was just me. Like I would just sit there and watch it. And to me, it was like watching real life superheroes. because I mean that's the closest you can get. Like there are these larger than life characters with these storylines. There's heroes and villains, and so it was like watching superheroes in real life doing these amazing things. And so I got really into it, but it wasn't until I got to Rooster Teeth that I actually got to talk about it with other people. And it's one of the reasons that AEW like holds a really special place in my heart, because even though I watched since I was really young and I lived really close to Boston, I had never been to a live show ever. I had always just watched it, you know, on television, and I was like, I mean, how much better could it be to be at a live show? I mean, you're right in the ring watching it. But then we had a bunch of wrestlers come by the office, and we, you know, played some video games with them. Sammy Guevara low blowed me and stole my shoes at one point.
Perfect.
Yep. Adam Page and GTA. We had a great time. But right after it, Eric was talking to me about, you know, they were in town because they had an episode of Dynamite. And so I went with them to see it. It was my first live show, a Dynamite in Austin. And it was better than I ever could have imagined. Like the atmosphere of being there live and feeling the match. Like, you know, when people hit that ring, you can actually like feel the impact and everything. And what an amazing experience.
You've got your hand in so many different pots. And I always appreciate people that are like that are so ambitious of saying, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to do that, because we are only placed with so much time on this planet. And, you know, you have to maximize that time. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about and find out from you, like, where does that ambition come from of conquering multiple worlds? Where does that drive come from? And what can people do to increase their drive and chase their dreams of no matter what they may be and no matter how many there are?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of different things of, you know, how I got into everything that I have, but there was always this thing that my dad used to say to me, because when people want to try new things or they really want to dedicate themselves to something, a lot of people won't because they say they don't have time. But like my dad used to always say to me that he used to say, no one has time. You never have time for something. You have to make time for something. And if you're really dedicated to something, then you'll make the time for it. And so that always stuck with me of, you know, I put a lot of hours into all of these different things, you know, because I enjoy them and because I want to make the time for them. And at the same time, I'm the kind of person that I'll take in a form of media, you know, whether it's music or writing or making videos or whatever it is. And I have to wonder to myself, could I do that? Is that something that I could possibly do? And then I try it. And sometimes it works out. Like the things that I'm currently working on, you know, have worked out. And sometimes it doesn't, you know, and you can't be afraid of trying something new and dedicating yourself to it and dedicating time to it and then having it not work out, because that's sometimes the way life is. And then you know that, okay, this didn't work. I can either say I'm going to move on entirely and do something else, or you can just kind of put it on the back burner for a bit and return to it later when you've learned more, when you have more experience, and give it another shot later on. But really, it's a matter of, you know, if there's something you love and there's something you want to go for, you have to put in the time, you have to put in the effort, and you have to want it. Like that's, you know, that's the thing with me is I wanted to see if I could do this. I wanted to push the limits of what I could do and see what I could manage. And that's what made it happen, because a lot of people try things and they don't work out, but you'll never know what does work out unless you try it. It's pretty much the thing.
I love that so much. No one has time. You have to make time. Oh my God, I love that. I'm going to write that down.
It really stuck with me. Yeah, I was like, that's true. Yeah, you have to make the time for the things that you love and the things you want to try.
Well, Jeremy, we have to make time to have a wrestling match.
Yes.
Is what we have to do. And
I'm going to referee it.
Yeah, we get
please.
special guest for effort. I don't know which. I don't know which. Is that going to be biased? I feel like I'm going to get a lot of close counts there, Sky.
I'm going to call it right down the middle. Right down
We'll
the
see
middle.
about
I'm a
that.
fair
Well,
man. You know that.
Let's make that happen, Jeremy. As always, love you. You're fantastic. You do inspire me. I love working with you, and you're great. We're going to get that match, and thank you so much for coming on the show. Just for anyone who may not already be aware of all the things you do, where is a great place for people to find you?
People can find me by heading over to achievementhunter.com. I make a lot of videos over there, and I stream at twitch.tv/duly-noted-gaming. Other than that, you can find my books on Amazon, Go Nitro, and then my music. My band is 1551. You can find my music there.
Thank you, Jeremy. We'll talk to you soon.
Will do. See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Are you sick of all the randos sliding into your team chat whenever you and your friends are grouped up in your favorite games? Then you need to have your own private oasis. It's your paradise. Let's admit it, because that online gaming scene can be a wasteland. Oasis is a free and easy to use add-on for Omen Gaming Hub that creates a virtual room for you and up to 15 of your friends for private gaming and watch parties. But Oasis isn't just any virtual room. With low latency, 720p, 30 frames per second screen sharing, and seamless audio quality, you can quit worrying about technical difficulties, stop arguing over who has the worst internet connection, and just get to playing. And because you can use voice or text chat while you share your screen or play along with someone else's, Oasis is the best way to hang out when you can't hang out. Make sure you have Omen Gaming Hub installed, then get the Oasis add-on to build your own gaming paradise. So, play together, watch together, chat together, share together, all with Oasis by Omen. Go to bit.ly/OasisDBX to download Oasis on the Omen Gaming Hub and try out the beta now.
And this episode is brought to you by, sponsored by Full Sail University. We know you love wrestling, but have you ever considered working on the production side of it? If so, then I want to tell you about Full Sail University, which offers a variety of entertainment degree programs that can teach you the ins and outs of creating a 5-star wrestling moment for the world to see. In fact, there are a number of regularly scheduled shows on Full Sail campus, allowing show production and film students to take part in everything from event setup to camera operations and more. Full Sail offers courses relating to audio and visual technologies, lighting concepts and designs, live production management, broadcast production, and more for students to learn how to bring shows like Dynamite to life. To learn more about Full Sail's programs, as well as potential scholarship and opportunities, blah, 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 visit fullsail.edu/week. That's fullsail.edu/WEEK.
Thank you so much to those sponsors, and thank you to Jeremy for being an amazing guest on this episode. If you want to listen to the full interview that we did with Jeremy, make sure to check out the audio version of this podcast. We talk about what started Jeremy's love of wrestling. Also, cause he's a musician, we talk a little about whether or not he thinks he could make good entrance music or how entrance music has influenced him over time, and just generally his influences on his creative process. It's a great interview. He's a great guest, and we'd love to have him back. Sky.
Yep.
What do we got next on the show? I feel like we're coming in towards the end soon.
We are getting very close to the end. That's a great interview. I loved it. Nobody has time. We have to make time, and we are going to make time for you, my friend. Let's get James on the screen. We are going to go to 15 seconds with James. Let's get the clock queued up, and let's go on 3, 2, 1.
Hey, everybody. So I just want to take this platform really quick to just say something that's really important to me. Episode 2 of Loki. I don't know if you're watching it, Sky, but they open it with "We need a hero," okay? It didn't make any sense. Why are they using it in that portion of this video?
And that is all the time we have. Things are just so tight. I'm sorry. We've got things to do. I've got to pack. I've got a big trip coming up. I'm so sorry, James.
Busy guy. No worries.
We'll have to hear about Loki next week.
Yeah, maybe we'll hear about it next week.
All right. Well, on that note, let's go ahead and bring Eric back in.
Guys, we're here. All right, here's the thing. We have to tell everyone to go follow you guys on Instagram, on Twitter. You got to follow at Scorpio Sky. You got to follow at James Willems. But if you're on Instagram, at James Willems Feet, because otherwise you will see pictures of James Willems Feet, and that's not. Look, it's a whole.
It's what the people
dichotomy.
Want. Which one has more followers, Eric? The one on my feet.
It's interesting. It's so interesting.
Gross. That's so weird. That's
whole bunch of feet.
Bunch of Tarantino weirdos. Guys, you also got to follow at WWTW Pod. Keep up with everything that's going on to the show. Send us weird news stories. To reach out, say hi. There's all sorts of stuff going on over there. But guys, we're at the end of the show. That means it's a big finish. I need one word. Your thoughts. Sum up your excitement for Fast and Furious 9 as it comes out this weekend. James, we'll start with you.
Family.
Nice. Beautiful. That's a great word. And Sky, your big finish, your one word for F9.
Nope.
Whoa. Wow.
Oh, my God. All right, we got to get out of here.
Heel
Vince gonna
turn.
Find us.
Heel turn.
Oh, we got to get out. Let's go.
Let's end the show. We got to sort this out.
Just stop. From the bottom to the top, gotta push through it all. You the one, do it all. You the one, do it all.